I just delivered mail for like 9 hours in New Jersey, and it was 90 something degrees, and I'm sweating. But look at how much water I drank today. Like, I was hydrated AF. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. And I'm on the 11th. Oh my God. And it's not even like I was drinking water because I was thirsty. I was drinking water to stay alive. Like, it was literally a life-saving device, because this weather is brutal. Walking around is brutal, and no air conditioning and sweating to death in this truck is even more brutal. And thank you to all my customers who gave me water today. I really appreciate it. And without you, I would be exhausted, heat exhaustion, dead.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
Baby, if this how them slip, yeah, my ancestors will not accept this. God damn, it's hot in this truck. This is some bullshit.
I just crossed paths with this postal worker right here. Shout out to USPS. We're in a brutal heat wave right now in New Jersey. Like, yo, it is fucking sweltering. Like most of the East Coast right now. It's 100 plus. It's fucking boiling. I could cry about it all day. Anyways, I asked this man if he has AC in this truck, and he said no. My man has a little fan, and he's delivering our mail in 100 plus degree temperatures with no air conditioning. What the fuck are we doing? Trump, US government, get these people some air conditionings. This is insane. You believe that?
Alright, so I'm making this video because I'm really perturbed about what I just experienced just now, and this, I don't know, this shouldn't be what life is like for an American working for the federal government. So I'm at my homegirl house. I was there for about an hour, and I'm coming outside to my car, and right where I'm parked at, the mailbox is right there. So I see the mail truck, right? And I see the mail lady, she's sitting on the steps of the truck with her head down. So I'm standing at the door, you know, a little bit away, and I yelled to her, I'm like, ma'am, are you okay? She was like, she looked up and she shook her head no. So mind you, it's like over 100 degrees in Maryland today. Like, it's 98 degrees, but with the humidity, it feels like it's 110 degrees out here today. So I walk over to her and I'm like, are you okay? She's like, no. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, she's like, it's so hot, and you know, she was sweating, she looked a little bit lethargic. So I'm like, I said, you're overheating. I said, come get in my car and cool down, because she's in a mail truck, but the mail truck doesn't have any AC in it. And that's what has me like livid, to the point where it's like, I feel like I have to make this video. I feel like I have to tag USPS, tag Donald Trump, since he's such a fucking savior for everybody. I don't understand why, as federal employees, granted, nobody should be out in this heat working without the proper, what's the word I'm looking for? Without the necessary stuff to be able to work in this heat without fear of, you know, having a freaking heat stroke. This girl was sitting on the steps of this mail truck with her head in between her legs, about to pass out because there's no AC in the mail truck. How is that possible with all the tax dollars that we pay, that the mail trucks can't have no freaking AC, or don't have no AC? It's not that they can't, they just don't. So her supervisor, I put her in my car, my friend, she got her some water bottles, some popsicles, we wet rags to try and cool her off, and she started to feel a little bit better. And by that time, her supervisor had pulled up. So I walk up to the supervisor and I'm like, what's your information? What's your name? Who do I need to talk to? Because this right here, unacceptable. Beyond unacceptable. People trying to make a freaking living and about to pass out, and Lord knows what could have happened, because she could have went into a real medical emergency with this fucking heat, and she has to ride around delivering mail in a truck that has no AC. USPS, bullshit. Like, bullshit. Should nobody, especially a mail carrier who was always exposed to the freaking elements, there's at no point should they be out here trying to deliver mail in a truck that doesn't have no AC. If it was cold and a fucking snowstorm, they should have fucking heat, jacket, gloves, boots, everything that's required for them to do their job safely. They should be having without even a question. So the fact that I had to see this lady sit outside damn near passing out because there's no AC in her truck, in her work truck, unacceptable. USPS, unacceptable. And I'm damn sure gonna follow up with a fucking complaint on the fucking website, because not that I think it will go anywhere or really do anything, but for my own peace of mind, somebody gonna hear this.
This is me at Smart Pack where the temperature is 95 degrees at JFK 8 in Staten Island, New York. I'm sweating everywhere and I haven't even started working yet. This is ridiculous. I haven't received no water yet. They just told me to go work. All Amazonians out there working in this heat to provide for their family, you know, catch heat strokes and all that for Amazon. Now we deserve better.
Man, I used to work in a UPS warehouse, and guys, that place was so hot. That place was hot, very hot. And it was already hard to work there, right? And the main reason why it was hard to work there was because of the management. But the heat just made it a lot worse. After your shift, you would come back literally sweating just because it was so hot in there.
Did you all see where they found a postman passed out in his vehicle, and then they ended up having to do CPR on him? The ambulance was coming in and stuff. Well, he passed away yesterday. You all, they have no air conditioner or nothing. And this is just not for the postal service. This is like FedEx, UPS. They don't have air conditioning. The 9th of this month, a 59-year-old died that was also postal service, and they are now saying that they do believe that was heat. Don't mark me on that one, but the one yesterday was absolutely heat. They are literally getting us our stuff. They're out here working in this heat, and they don't have air conditioning. You would not believe the comments that I read of where they get in trouble for going to the bathroom. Like, if they don't do a request to go, they can't. Even though there's something supposedly called comfort stop or whatever, they still get harassed. It was 105 in places yesterday. 105 degrees. I, in my opinion, think they all need to go on strike together. All delivery services go on strike together. Especially if you don't have something as simple as damn air conditioning. Oh, but they're giving them these little bitty fans. What are these fans doing? Blowing the fucking hot air in their face? What the fuck is wrong? And not to mention, they just keep making cuts to the United States Postal Service. Just keep cutting. Why? Oh, because they want to privatize it. They want us to have that extra bill come in the mail. To get our mail. This is fucking ridiculous. Nothing humane about it at all. You drivers, if I was you, I'd walk. Get a bunch of people together and walk. You know what? They can't fire y'all. If you were working in this heat and your boss or whoever the hell is in charge of it don't feel like you deserve air conditioner, they don't care about your life. Why do you care about them?
I feel like some employers should restrict the temperatures in which workers are able to work, because yesterday I went to B&M, right, and there was no air conditioning. That place was so hot, and I felt so bad for those workers, and me in just t-shirt and shorts, I was sweating my life away, you know. I honestly was sweating. I could not imagine working. I would not even survive by the end of the shift. That is wrong, especially if you're in positions like that. There's no way that an employer should allow you working in temperatures like this and no air conditioning. That's wrong. That is a modern day slavery. Yes, a modern day slavery, and that should change. If it's too hot, employers shouldn't be able to work. Shops should be, they actually, I like it's a bank holiday Monday for the shop. I'm sorry, it's true. Or their shops should be open for a limited amount of hours, especially knowing that midday is the hottest of the day and you still got people walking around and wanting them to work and reach targets and all of this stuff. You kidding me or what? No. If you're even, no amount of money in the world is worth that. No. Cut the day short when full pay. Woo! Yes, it's nature after all. No one can be blamed for what's going on in their nature, but we're human beings. Shouldn't be working in this heat. No way. Look at me the way I had one burger today. I slept my life away like I was near the ending of life. And then there'll be people working in this temperature, you know, with no air conditioning. What? Them things can't go on. Yes. Even the light is giving up on me. That means I should end the video.
Y'all, this is a real question for my business casual girlies. What are we wearing to work in 94-degree weather? What are we wearing? I do go from the house to the car, but I go from the car to a parking garage to a 5-block walk to the office. So, yes, the office is air conditioned, but that 5-block walk, that's a walk. So what are we wearing? What do you wear to work in the middle of a heat wave? God. Yeah, I need help. Let me know.
I'm a mail carrier in Delaware, and today and yesterday was a heat wave. So I'm basically doing this video to see how many waters I collect. I was gonna start yesterday, but nobody didn't give me no water yesterday. Not even gonna lie. But today I received 7 waters. One of them was like really hot, like so hot, so I didn't even drink it. But tomorrow I might do one in real time to see how many waters I collect. I don't know, I'm not sure.
You know, when they say you're hot, they're hot, trust me, we're hot. To give you an idea, it's about 114 in here. For you Celsius folks, that's around 45, 46 degrees Celsius, if my math is right. And trust me, this Ace Ventura fan, the Rhino fan, doesn't do anything for you. So if you see your mailman, give him a bottle of water. He might need it.
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all this hack that's been keeping me cool. I'm sure they have some products out here that would do the same thing, but I literally filled this up with ice, wrap it a few times, and I put it right on the back of my neck. I spread the ice out so it can hit the sides. Then I wrap it up in my sports bra. Just like that. Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Sorry y'all can't see me. I'm trying to do a quick video. And it pretty much keep me cool for the most part. Keep a little rag right in my pocket. If I get too hot, I'll put ice in another rag and I put it like right in between my sports bra, and keeps me going. Stay safe. Stay hydrated out here in these streets. And that's that.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
I don't want to hear none of y'all complaining about y'all job. And the post office got us out here. I think it's supposed to be 105 degrees. The humidity got me dropping off motherfucking packages. It should be against the motherfucking law to have us out here. I can't really even complain because I stayed in Arizona, so I know what it feels like to be in 100 and something weather. But we're in Michigan. I ain't looking forward to this bullshit today, man. It's already hot in the station. The air is fucked up. It's already hot, bro. It's hot. It's motherfucking hot. It's hot. It's hot. So you know you gotta put some ice cold water because it's hot. This shit is fucked up. They got us fucked up. But they pay us good, so I ain't complaining. I'm gonna shut up. Fuck.
Guys, I had no idea that there was no AC in those trucks. I had no clue. Why would a company not put AC in the trucks of people who are outside literally all day? Why would they do that? You know that these guys are literally outside all day, every day. They work 5 to 6 days a week, at least 8 hours a day. They're working full time outside. And at times it can get over 100 degrees. why would you not put AC in that van? And how were you guys not sued because there was no AC in that van? Like, these firms need to actually think ahead and think, how can we best serve our employees and how can we make their job and their lives easier? If you can make it easier, do it. They will love you for that. They will be more loyal to your company because of that, because you have shown them that you care about them.
I am praying that not too many people die today because of the heat. A lot of homeless people have heat strokes, obviously, especially when doing drugs. The heat is just overwhelming. Yeah, I'm hoping everything's okay. I'm hoping my boys in Hartford are okay. I'm really feeling for them, thinking about all of them. Shout out Christy, Lexi, Dan, everyone that's there. But yeah.
Was I the only one that didn't know postal workers didn't have AC in the trucks? I thought those were like old trucks, but they've been modernized and have AC now. I didn't know it was still a thing. Like, I'm used to seeing the Amazon Prime trucks. So I don't really see U.S. postal worker trucks anymore. I see Prime deliveries because that's what I don't even know what time the post office comes around my neighborhood. I just saw all these postal workers posting today because of the heat wave. One man was like, I'm not doing this. One person posted that there was crying that her postal worker died today. She was like, he was just in this van, passed out. Somebody called 911. They're dead. I said, what? I just knew all the trucks have been revamped. They got AC. What do you mean? It's 100 degrees. My Apple Watch burnt me. I had to take that shit off. That little dark, it burnt me. I said, oh nah, you got to go. It's crazy.
Damn, it's hot out. If you're doing any of these during a heat wave, you might be risking a lawsuit or a serious claim. Number 1, you're a contractor making crews work outside in 106 degrees. If someone collapses, that's a workers' comp claim waiting to happen. Number 2, you're a kid's school forcing outdoor practice in this heat. If someone gets heat stroke, yeah, that's legal territory. Number 3, hosting a paid outdoor event but forgot shade, water, and cooling tents. You're liable if people get sick. No, a waiver won't fully protect you. And number 4, you run a daycare or nursing home and the AC fails. If you don't act fast, you're looking at negligence and families will sue. This heat isn't just uncomfortable, it's a liability. If you're in charge, protect people or get ready to face the consequences.
Listen, if my second toe wasn't longer than my big toe, I would be on OnlyFans. I would make a killing. I would do it. And if my pride wasn't so high, I'd be up there making a killing. This, not for the weak. Not for the weak. And the little 4% of caucus that's in me is burning, okay? I got sunburn in my scalp. That's why I'm Talibaning out here.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Hope you all are staying cool out there. If you have not seen it, there are a lot of TikToks of mail carriers talking about how hot they are and how the heat is killing them. And literally, might I add, because there was another post where a woman was talking about a mail carrier who actually lost his life because in a job like that, there are certain trucks that do not have AC. I'll put the truck up here. That's what it looks like. It's like a hot tin can. And this kind of reminds me of a time where when I was working there, it was a particular route I was doing. And the route I was assigned to, I was a CCA at the time, so I had to hold down on it. I had a Mercedes, and those got AC. Those are nice. It's the right side drive, all that stuff, right? So I'm doing that, cool, just doing my route, doing my thing. Then the next day come and I see that I had to use a different vehicle. It was still a Mercedes, but they gave me a different Mercedes. And I guess they gave the key to some other lady that needed it. I don't know. Anyways, I'm like, whatever, I still got my Mercedes. And mind y'all, this is August at this point. So it's hot as hell. It's still hot. It's like the hottest month. But it's about to start transitioning to September where it starts to get cool. So boom. that happens. The next day I come in and I see that my key to my route has been taken out of there, or, oh wait, no, I'm skipping something. Yo, I went and got my key. I got there early. So I went and got my key, because sometimes managers will hand your key to someone else, especially if you're a CCA. And sometimes it happens to regulars. And these are keys that are assigned to specific routes, correct? So, boom, do that. I go get my key, go to my case, start chasing up my mail, all that stuff. And next thing you know, I guess the girl, she looks upset because apparently that's her key. So she was upset that I had her key, and she has a heat condition, so to say, so she needs that specific truck. She can't drive like an LLV or anything, because the only keys I think that were left were LLV keys. The hot tin can that I'm telling y'all about. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. So now the manager's coming over and saying that I have to give him the key. And I'm like, but this is the key to my route though. Why do I need to give up my key? And then it was really weird. It was weird. And then I think about another day where the lady, when I was loading up the truck, because I got there early and I started loading my truck up. And she was like, oh, you already got the truck loaded? And in my head, I'm like, why is she asking me that? Like, this ain't your truck. Y'all, it was weird. Y'all, it be weird stuff going on at the post office. It's weird. Anywho, this particular day, basically they were saying I had to give the key up. And I'm like, I seriously have to give the key up. And he's like, well, she has a heat condition and she needs that. And then they give me a LLV. And I'm like, bro, okay. So I was like, it's cool. I'm gonna work through my day. I'm not gonna, just storm out of the office and do all that extra. I'm not gonna do all that. But I just remember being really irritated. But the petty thing I did was I just didn't come in. Like, I knew that the next 3 days, because I think, I did not come in for like the next 3 or 4 days, because I knew that the weather was gonna cool down. And it's like, if I do get an LLV, at least I know it ain't gonna be that hot outside. And I know that's messed up. It's like, oh, that's messed up. What about the other carriers and this and that? I understand. I'm just saying that in my brain, the way I was thinking, that was the nicest thing I could have done. Instead of me coming in there and like taking all the Mercedes keys and all the air conditioned truck keys and throwing them in the sewer and making everybody suffer the consequences. Like, that would be some crazy. And believe it or not, I had a thought like that because that's how irritated I was. Yeah. So I just didn't come in. Then when I came back in, guess what? The weather had cooled down and it was starting to get into that, the fall feel, September, October. And I just timed it out right. And yeah, when I think about it now, I'm like, that was kind of silly, sure, but I was just very irritated, and it's kind of like, oh wow. And some people would have said, you was being too nice. Why you give your key up like that? I know, but hey, I just didn't come in because I'm not doing that. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, have a good one, y'all.
If I was her, I would not have given my key up. I would not put my life at risk for another person like that. I just won't do it. If I have a truck with AC in it, I'm keeping that truck. You best believe that. And I think that the heat actually makes people more angry and just a lot more irritated and short-tempered. And so if it's like really hot outside, you get mad so quickly. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's a thing. The heat can do that to you, man.
I don't know who needs to hear this damn video, but put some damn air conditioner in them trucks for them people that's delivering packages and mail. There is no reason why people are being unalive because they don't have no cold air in their car. Not only that, y'all not even giving them the supplies that they need to be able to deliver these packages safely and get back home safely. I seen this video with this man who was unalive because he didn't have any air in the trucks. Y'all need to get these people cold waters. Y'all need to supply them with some type of device to where they're able to have cold air in these trucks. It gets hot in these trucks. Y'all know this. It is hotter in a truck versus what it is outside. So since these people ain't doing what they supposed to be doing for their employees, in order to make these people life a little bit easier, I would say y'all set some coolers outside with cold water outside for them. Because these people getting up every single day doing their jobs, and they got them working in this heat. Baby, it is hot as hell. These last couple of days, it's been over like 90 degrees. Damn near feel like you can't even breathe outside. That's how hot it is. So I truly commend anybody that's out there doing their jobs because they know they got a family to feed. and that's working in this heat, I truly commend y'all. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because ain't no job worth your life.
It's 103. You got AC in there?
These two little fans.
Okay. It helps.
It's already 110 in there though.
Jeez.
It's fiberglass and it's white, so the heat just goes straight down. That's why I try to hurry, take my brakes, let the door cool down, and then finish after.
Doors open, everything.
That's why. That's my area.
Jeez.
Hey, bro, if y'all work in a warehouse, y'all already know it's hot. If you ain't working at Slick's warehouse, G, or in the freezer, bro, it's hot as a motherfucker. One of the biggest technology companies in the world, right? You would think they'd give a nigga something for the heat. Motherfucker getting a beating, bro. Guess what they talking about? It's popsicles in a... Fuck I'm gonna do with a fucking popsicle, bitch? It feel like 100 something in this bitch. It's hot. Motherfucker don't want to give you no water. Look at the water. Look at the water hot. It ain't even cold, bro. Look at this. That's faucet water, G. Faucet water. You see ain't nobody drinking this shit? That's crazy, bro.
Day 2 of a heat wave in New York City. There's 3 things I need you to know in order to stay cool. Number 1, if someone texts you what you doing, block them because they don't have any AC. Number 2 is mind your business. And number 3, stay hydrated.
We're about to experience an extreme heat wave event, and it's going to affect a lot of people, basically the whole eastern half of the United States, from the Central Plains all the way to the East Coast. So this is a National Weather Service heat risk map. Make sure that you're aware of your risk level based on where you live. So not only is this a heat event, it's a high humidity event. And why might this be dangerous? There's a high potential for a lot of the US to experience wet bulb temperatures. Now, wet bulb is basically just when super high humidity and super high temperatures meet. When you sweat, that sweat can no longer evaporate because the air is so saturated, so you can't cool yourself naturally. Heat is one of the most dangerous weather events we experience. If you, like me, work outside, you need to be drinking a lot of water and make sure that you have electrolytes. Either put salt in your water, drink pickle juice, or have some liquid IV type thing. You need to be aware of the signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke, and you need to keep an eye out not only for yourself, but others as well, because sometimes it's hard to recognize when you are heat stroking. If you are on an SSRI, you are more prone to overheating. With extreme energy consumption, there may be a chance for rolling blackouts. Everybody's turning their ACs and fans on. And if you're outside and you completely stop sweating, it is time to get inside somewhere cool and sit down immediately. That's a major sign of heat stroke, and it's actually extremely dangerous once you stop sweating. As always, if you don't have AC, I don't, fans help. Worst comes to worst, cool, wet rags all over, back of the neck, armpits, groin, those places, or find a lake or a stream to jump in. Again, this is a symptom of climate change that is happening, and we are seeing this in real time. This is being caused by the change in jet stream patterns because our oceans aren't cooling. Hot air acts different from cold air, and we are seeing how that affects us in real time. Hot air has the ability to hold more moisture. This massive heat event has the potential to be extremely deadly, and we all need to be looking out for ourselves and our communities. The only ways we're going to survive climate change is if we hold the billionaires and companies responsible for this and actually make them atone for their crimes and get off fossil fuels. But also by having community. We humans have survived to this point by being communal, and we will continue surviving by being communal. Lastly, the symptoms of climate change are going to be affecting those who have the least to do with it. A lot of people who work outside are going to be victims of this heat dome. And in a time when our undocumented siblings are going to be bearing the brunt of this while being prosecuted, a lot of people are going to be reluctant to get help, especially in the event of a medical emergency. This is just the culmination of a lot of awful things, but it's best that we are warned and we know so we can prepare and act better.
Guys, if you work outside in this heat, I know that it is extremely hot these days. Even in my state, it has been like high 90s. It has even touched 100 degrees. It is very hot this summer. And so if you guys work outside, wear wet rags, and please make sure that you stay cool. Drink a lot of water, more than you need, and just stay hydrated. So you have to take all measures to prevent that.
New Yorkers, give me your tips for dealing with this heat wave in New York City. I've lived here 13 years and I feel like this is the hottest summer yet. So what do you do to stay cool when you're commuting? It is hot. I just dressed really cool today. Like, I have a sweater for the office place.
All right, I'm going to tell you everything I know about surviving extreme heat because a significant portion of the United States is going to go through a massive heat wave. Here are my qualifications. First and foremost, I crewed the Badwater 135 for 9 years in a row. I was there when this guy DQ'd his first year. That's David Goggins, the Marine. My runner did not DQ. There are lots of reasons runners can DQ, but heat is one of the major ones. This means I not only manage my runner's physiology for miles upon miles, but I myself carried water for about 40 miles through the hottest part of the day in the Death Valley Desert in July. Our effective temperature did not land on this chart anymore. I was out at my hottest peak day at 155 one year. This means that 95 or 100 in Chicago is not the same as 95 or 100 in Arizona. At 125 and about 10 to 20% humidity, you have an effective heat of 150 and above. You may have heard some people like Hank Green talk about wet bulb temperature. So this is why humidity impacts effective heat that is felt by you. Evaporative cooling is how humans cool their body. When there is higher humidity, the water, wet bulb on something will not evaporate as quickly. Therefore, when it is 120 outside and you add a little humidity, you can very quickly get up to an effective or felt temperature of well over 150. This is what is going to happen in a very humid part of the United States. It's slated to hit 95, 100 for the next few days. All right, my last qualification, I have a PhD from a Department of Physiology and Biophysics. I have actually studied this alongside of my specialty in immunology, which came through that department, so I kind of ended up doing more coursework than normal. And all my publications are really in immunology, sparing a couple. Humans can heat adapt, but it does take a little while. That's right, you, me, anyone heat adapts pretty quickly. Something super cool that happens on the surface of our skin is that we actually start to reabsorb salt at a higher rate when you are heat adapted. Super cool. Not going to happen in just a couple days. So you're going to need to increase your electrolyte uptake. And I'll go over what that looks like in a minute. All right, now let's get into the tips on how you survive extreme heats and super high effective temperatures driven by high humidity. First, heat is more deadly for the young and the elderly. You do not manage heat as well, but it can certainly kill someone your my age easily. I was up at 5 a.m. watering my garden this morning. I'm not planning to go outside from about 10 a.m. to about 3 p.m. during this heat wave because that will keep me out of the hottest part of the day. Avoiding the heat is number one. Recognize these signs of heat stroke. I personally have suffered from heat stroke. It can be different in different people. In my personal experience, the first thing I noticed was personal confusion. I was a little more confused than normal. Things weren't making sense. I felt tired. Nausea can be another big sign. Headaches is another big sign. If you suddenly feel fatigued, nauseous, or develop a headache, get out of the heat. Immediately. Get inside, cool down. If you absolutely have to be working outside and exposed to this heat, here's what we would do in Death Valley in July. Well, we were literally frying eggs on the side of the road for fun. We packed ourselves with ice. What that looked like for me is I would have a bandana that was soaked in a cooler of ice, and I would wrap ice inside of it and put it around the back of my neck. That would be under a sun hat with a sunshade down the back. I would pack ice under my armpits into a sports bra. This is a major cooling area, your armpits in your body. That's why you sweat there a lot. Feel free to pack your entire sports bra with ice. Of the dozen or so people that I have seen treated in the field with heat stroke in Death Valley, it is ice around the neck, ice in the armpits, and ice in the inner thighs. These are major cooling centers. It will chill your body very quickly. In extreme heat, you may need to change that ice out as much as every 10 to 20 minutes. It's really a lot easier to just stay indoors. Now, hydration and electrolyte replacement. Gatorade is great, but you have to remember Gatorade only has sodium. If you are working outside, your body is also going to need potassium. There are lots of hydration drinks for runners that have a good sodium-potassium balance. And a lot of people who run in extreme heats reach for V8. A lot of people don't like to drink it. They think it's gross. It has a lot of potassium in it. That is what has gotten me through hours of being outdoors in Death Valley at 120 plus. And yes, there is such a thing as drinking too much water. This is called hyponatremia. You do not have enough salts in your body, you don't have the right salt balance, and you stop excreting water at the right rate, and you actually start to swell up. You start to puff up. This can be a very dangerous condition. I did actually manage a runner in Death Valley with this. We got them through it. They didn't drop, they didn't DQ. But assuming you are not an ultra runner trained for this, you need to go inside, potentially call for an advice nurse or medical help if your body starts to puff up at an extreme rate and you stop urinating consistently. This may also be a sign that you do not have enough electrolytes in your body, and it can be a sign that your kidneys are not working properly in this type of extreme heat. We noticed this quickly in our runner because they were actually gaining weight during the run, and they had to take off their wedding ring because they were swelling up. Signs of hyponatremia also include confusion. Now, also please consider your pets. Do not leave them outside in extreme heat. Most animals do not sweat well, do not manage their core body temperature as well as humans do. If it feels hot for you, it feels very hot for them. Make sure they have water, make sure they're in a cool place. Do not take them out walking on hot sidewalks. And when in doubt, hose them down. That'll help them cool off quite a bit. If you believe you are suffering from heat stroke and or hyponatremia, do not hesitate to seek medical attention. All right, stay safe out there. I'll see you guys later.
If you work outside, one thing that can really help is ice packs. It can help to really cool you down very quickly, and they are portable. So you guys can take it anywhere that you work and use it when you need it.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.